If you've ever had someone take something you rightfully earned, then hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for a story that will leave you grinning from ear to ear. This is one revenge you won't see coming. It started like any other trip to Riverside Mall. A quick stop for some groceries with my wife. The parking lot was packed, and as I cruised down the first aisle, I spotted a car pulling out. I flicked on my turn signal, easing into place, waiting for them to vacate. Everything was going smoothly until a Chrysler 300 came up behind me, and within seconds, I saw the taillights flash. It honked, loud, and sped around me. No excuse me, no apology, just rude. I was taken aback. Now, I've been in situations where people fight over parking spaces, but this felt different. It wasn't just a mistake. It was arrogance. I sighed and decided to wait it out. The car left, but of course, the driver turned towards me, blocking my space. As I sat there, barely able to move, I watched as the Chrysler reversed back down the aisle. They weren't even trying to hide the fact they were taking my spot. I was furious, but I didn't let it show. I kept my cool and decided to go to another aisle, hoping to avoid a confrontation. As my wife and I walked into Target, I thought the incident was over, just another irritating part of the day. But of course it wasn't. We ended up walking into the store at the same time as the driver and his friends. I could see them laughing. The arrogance on their faces, it made my blood boil. I didn't say anything. It wasn't worth it. But I couldn't help but cut him off at the carts, making sure to take my time while he fumbled behind me. I know, petty, but not nearly as petty as what came next. While my wife and I were shopping down the aisles, we bumped into them again, just as we were passing the snack section. I didn't plan on confronting them, but then we came across their unattended cart. Oh boy, in the cart, a video game, security case and all. It caught my attention, and right beside it, a bag of Valentine's chocolates. The perfect combination, something sweet and something they wanted. That's when the plan formed in my head. I grabbed the game and the chocolate. It was subtle. I didn't toss it. I didn't make a scene. I just rustled around so that the game would be hidden under the other items. If they notice, they have to figure out what was missing, then go through the hassle of getting a new one. If they didn't, well, I get a good laugh. I kept walking with my wife, making sure to stay calm, but inside, I was grinning. This was the revenge I wanted. Quiet, strategic, and oh so satisfying. We continued our shopping, passing them 2 more times. They seemed blissfully unaware. The sweet part? They were first in line at the self-checkout. They hadn't noticed the missing items yet, and even if they did, they didn't break away to get more. It was clear. They were either too lazy or too indifferent to care about the missing game. So I watched. I watched them check out. They paid. They bagged. They walked out, and I could only imagine how the night would unfold for them. My wife and I finished up, checked out, and left the store. By the time we made outside, their Chrysler was already gone. But here's the kicker. As they unpacked their bags, sat down for some beers, or maybe tried to get their game started, they would have realized they didn't have the game. Can you imagine frustration? The confusion? They had everything but what they really wanted. That's when I smiled. Because in a world where most people would scream or yell, "This revenge," it was quiet, thoughtful, and so sweet. Now, here's the real beauty of it. I wasn't just stealing a game from them. I was teaching them a lesson in respect. Because sometimes real payback isn't a confrontation. It's in the little things. And when they realized what happened, they would have known that the true cost of stealing someone's spot wasn't just an inconvenience. It was a ruined night. The simple fact that I didn't confront them, but still made them feel the consequences, that's what made this revenge so perfect. Sometimes we can't control how people treat us. They take what's ours. They don't respect our space. And they think they can get away with it. But when you hit back in your own quiet way, that's when you truly win. Karma doesn't always make a big noise, but it sure as hell delivers. If you thought that was sweet, hit like now and subscribe for more stories where petty paybacks hit just a little too close to home. What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever experienced or witnessed? Let me know in the comments.